And welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw. We are entering week number 7, getting closer and closer to the Elimination Chamber as we kicking off the night with Elias.
I'm so excited for the Chamber.
The Chamber's going to be great.
So excited for it.
It's going to be amazing. We've still got 2 people left to put in for the Raw Undisputed Championship Elimination Chamber match.
Yes, we do. Is Elias one of them, potentially?
Potentially. I'm not entirely sure right now. I haven't got any word on the card as of yet for tonight. But we do have Elias making his way to the ring. So, it can only mean at least something. He's either out here to tell us off or he's going to tell us to walk with him for something somewhere. I don't know.
Walking somewhere is a huge improvement over how I get around places now, so I will most certainly walk with Elias, given the opportunity.
I think everyone would at this point. He's gone over pretty well. He's pretty popular right now in our universe, so it's only a matter of time before this man makes it all the way to the top. I'm sure he's reaching for that championship gold, whether it be the mid-card and go up against Bobby Roode, or if it is going to be the main event for the Undisputed Championship. But it looks like we've got Roderick Strong making his way to the ring.
After mentioning last week that we have not seen much of anything from Roderick Strong.
Shock the System coming out by himself as well, not accompanied by anyone from Undisputed Era. Alright.
He is looking smug about it too.
He most certainly is. He's definitely very confident about this match. I'm just getting word from our production team over here. This match is actually not for anything. It's just a match. Roderick Strong wanted a match. He went to management and said, I want a match. I haven't wrestled in 7 weeks. I've just been standing at ringside with Adam Cole and the rest of Undisputed Era. So he just wanted a match.
Alright, well, here you go, Roderick Strong. You get to go against Elias, a man who has actually become a staple for the new Raw so far.
He's been on quite a few weeks. I believe he's wrestled in at least 4, maybe 5 weeks of Monday Night Raw.
That he has, but he has one heck of an opponent here, because Roderick Strong is no slouch here himself. He is one heck of a competitor. So let's see what Elias is going to do against him here.
So far, a bit of a slow start as we now have Elias going for a beautiful suplex, hitting the ropes with Roderick Strong's legs here as well.
That's good though, but you see Elias, he's building momentum very quickly here tonight. Not too sure. I think Roderick Strong may have bit off more than he could chew.
Well, certainly it looked like Elias was going for a bit of a discus clothesline there. Excuse me. And he finally manages to hit it after he knocks Roderick down.
He's going up to the top rope here. Elias probably going for that signature elbow drop of his.
He is, and he hits it. Bouncing off the mat as well. I've never noticed that. That was a very vicious impact right to the chest of Roderick Strong. And now hitting his drift away finishing move. Going for the pin, but unfortunately a rope break. Saving Roderick Strong in this situation. However, I don't think he was that close to the ropes, Classic.
I don't think he was. You can look at him right there. There was quite a bit of room there between him and the ropes. The referee maybe being a little bit more lenient with Roderick Strong.
What is that War Raiders music? We have Rowe or Hanson. One of the two of these men. War Raiders music is hitting.
Why?
And there's Rowe with a kick to the spine of Elias. Either the referee did not notice that or just chooses not to care.
As Roderick Strong crawls into position for the pin here.
Debut match and a victory thanks to Rowe from the War Raiders.
What a bizarre turn of events here. That's not like the Roddy that we know. His very competitive, strong, spirited style. For Rowe to come in and him to just take a victory like that. But also, what in the world was Rowe doing?
What was the purpose of that? And more than anything, if I was going to expect an interference at all, I would expect Adam Cole or Bobby Fish or Kyle O'Reilly to make an appearance, not Rowe's music to hit. And then, obviously, hitting his finisher on Elias. A kick to the spine. Devastating as Roderick Strong crawls over and takes the pin.
I'm not impressed here, Astra.
I'm not either. Not a very good first match for Roderick Strong. Maybe he's got something left to prove. But unfortunately, he has not got this much reason to celebrate. As far as I'm concerned, this is very unclassy on his part. And that being said, Undisputed Era have a bit of a tendency to be a little manipulative in their victories, but unfortunately that's it as we move on to the next match. We've got HBK versus Jinder Mahal. This one is an Elimination Chamber qualifier.
Ooh, there we go. Both of these men have been given multiple opportunities at that belt, so.
Both these men, of course, in that round robin tournament prior to the Royal Rumble. So again, we're seeing some familiar faces popping up here and there for this Elimination Chamber match, but we do have a few new faces as well. Obviously, the Hardys and Rey Mysterio had their match. Rey Mysterio making his way to the chamber. We've got, you know, plenty of great talent already in there, and it's only fitting that I guess the Heartbreak Kid has a chance to earn his spot in there as well.
That we do. Shawn Michaels has proven himself time and time again, but he just hasn't been able to click back into his normal run of things here.
He most certainly has not, and if Shawn Michaels can make his way into this match, that will put us at 3 out of 4 men who are in that fatal 4-way at the Royal Rumble are getting another chance. Well, Andrade included, of course. But Adam Cole and Shawn Michaels, should he go forward, we're both in that match, so this will be their second chances. We now have Jinder Mahal.
Speaking of second chances, Jinder Mahal coming back after his little stint with three-man band, proving to be quite the dominant force here.
He's had quite the run. He did have 2 victories. No, sorry, only 1 victory in the round robin tournament. So unfortunately he was pinned twice, but he's come back with a brand new business.
A brand new brand.
A brand new brand, if you will. Absolutely. Colossal Supplements right there on his shirt. I guess he's selling merch now too, Plastic.
I mean, you can't hinder him.
God, when is this going to stop? When is this going to stop?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, I use Colossal Supplements every morning for a little pick-me-up. Mix a little bit of it in my water, and it helps me feel hydrated. It helps me feel better in the morning, so, you know, you can't hinder me either, Astra.
Well, that's it. I guess we'll just have to see what happens with Jinder Mahal here and his future business endeavors, but let's not forget, he is a wrestler first. The Sings seem to take care of everything on that regard for the business. But Jinder Mahal versus HBK. It's not the first time we've seen this match. But let's see if the ending goes a little different.
I can only imagine it will, knowing each other a little bit better. They're going to come at this hopefully different, come at it with different strategies each here. I would like to see something new from Jinder.
I also would like to see something new from Jinder. So far, he's gotten himself disqualified against Andrade. He won clean over Christian, which
that doesn't say much.
Doesn't say much. But all in all, he's not had the best track record so far. We're hoping that, you know, maybe this new business adventure that he's going on is gonna bring him in a better direction. He's gonna focus more on his wrestling career. As we see Shawn Michaels diving from the top rope to the outside on top of Jinder Mahal. Unfortunately, taking full advantage. Jinder doesn't have much offense to show right now.
No, he does not. He hasn't been able to get anything on the go with HBK, but that's almost to be expected.
Most certainly. As we see some stomps here now from Shawn Michaels as both men in the ring. Beautiful forearm and a kip up. Signature Shawn Michaels right there. As we now see him pick Jinder back up. What's he going for here? He looked like he was going for some sort of power slam, but Jinder reversed his way out of it. Now both men back and forth until we get a flapjack to the top rope onto Shawn Michaels.
And then Jinder deciding to slow things down here, wrenching on the neck of Shawn Michaels, trying to put the pace back at something that's a little bit more manageable for him there. Because we all know Shawn Michaels is charismatic, he is energetic, he is high-flying and fast-moving. And Jinder, he's more strength-based and methodical. That's a good word to put it.
Absolutely is. Shawn Michaels taking a minute, stretching on the ropes, Now Jinder back with a big knee. Hopefully going to take some advantage back in this match here as we get a super kick from Jinder Mahal. A slight shade thrown towards Shawn Michaels here.
Maybe, and here you got some vicious stomps to the leg there, trying to take out Shawn Michaels' most dangerous weapon, the sweet chin music.
100% is now Jinder Mahal just laying kicks all over Shawn Michaels' neck, shoulders, and face, even.
That it is. Shawn is he's in a pretty bad situation here right now, but it doesn't take a lot for him to turn things around in his favor, as he often has time and time before.
Big kick to the gut, a couple of chops to the chest, and a beautiful DDT coming from Shawn Michaels, telling Jinder he can just suck it.
Wow.
I guess Shawn Michaels is not a purchaser of colossal supplements.
Well, maybe if he was, then he would have that belt around his waist already.
It's too bad, because he did lose to Andrade in that Fatal 4-Way. And now, big punch from Jinder Mahal, laying HBK out. Like you said, you can't hinder Jinder.
No, sir. And here he is, the modern-day Maharaja, stands in the ring, strong and proud, as Shawn Michaels takes a beautiful swing neck breaker, taking him down to the mat here.
And it looks to be, supposed to be the top rope, I'm assuming, but he instead did a rebound here. And now Jinder Mahal with a roll-up, playing possum, and immediately a kick out, not even a count of one on that one.
I think Jinder there actually put himself in a, not a good position, so that when Shawn Michaels went to the top rope, he had to move him out of the way there, and that gave Jinder the opportunity to get that little roll-up.
And most certainly did, as now we see momentum shifting towards Jinder Mahal as Shawn Michaels does a beautiful kip up once more. And we might get to see that elbow drop, but no, it looks like Shawn Michaels instead just going for some a rope guillotine here in the bottom rope.
Disgusting move here, but now you see Shawn bounce around the corners, making sure the ropes are okay and sturdy as he goes to the top here now.
Last thing you want is for the rope to break when you jump off it, as we see that leap of faith. Beautiful elbow drop, signature Shawn Michaels.
Straight to Jinder Mahal's chest as he stumbles to his feet as Shawn Michaels tunes up the band.
Beautiful, sweet chin music, laying Jinder Mahal out cold, but that, my friend, is a rope break. And if it's not, Jinder kicked out at one.
I cannot believe that Jinder Mahal just kicked out at one from a sweet chin music.
That's all the awareness from this Colossal Supplements brand.
That must be, because not only are there supplements providing your body the energy that it needs, it also has the neural enhancements to keep you thinking and quick on your wit.
Absolutely. We see a beautiful comeback from Shawn Michaels, and is he going for it one more time? That leap of faith, it's got a bit of a distance this time to cover, so and he just doesn't quite make it as Jinder rolls out of the way at the last second. And the low blow, getting himself disqualified again. That's twice in the past couple of weeks that Jinder Mahal has cost himself an opportunity at the championship. It's almost like he's playing dirty just to take the competition out of the picture, or to give them a false sense of security. Either way, Shawn Michaels moving to the Elimination Chamber as a result of a disqualification.
And now we move on to the main event of the evening. What do we got going on here, Astor? You got the notes. What do you got?
We have the next and final Elimination Chamber qualifier. If Seth Rollins can beat his opponent tonight, he is added to the Elimination Chamber match. But if he does not, it is a person of the choice of the general manager.
All right.
I don't have his opponent, unfortunately, on paper. That's the only information that I have. But we know that Seth freaking Rollins, the Kingslayer, the Beast Slayer, is making his way to the ring.
Let's see what he could do. We haven't seen too much from Seth Rollins here, if at all, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't believe we've seen him other than the Royal Rumble. The very first night of Monday Night Raw, he was in the Fatal 4-Way
Championship
for the Intercontinental.
You are correct. So this is 6 weeks they have been without Seth Rollins in singles competition or any sort of competition, on Raw.
Very interesting to see that he's actually active wrestling. I thought he was away with an injury or something from that match, but it's good. It's good to see him. Of course, we saw him at the Rumble, but prior to that, I was unaware where he was for the last previous 4 weeks.
Oh, who knows? Seth Rollins, he's around. But right now, he's on Monday Night Raw.
And he's gearing up for, I'm assuming, a big challenge. If our general manager is withholding information, it's got to be a big surprise.
That it is. So let's see who we got here.
It is none other than the undisputed champion himself, Andrade Cien Almas, which up front, on paper, sounds like a terrible opponent right now, because you have to overcome the champion to be entered for a chance to win it.
But you got to keep in mind here, Andrade's momentum has been pretty sour here lately after losing to Bobby Roode last week in a champion versus champion match for the main event.
That was 2 weeks ago, Plastic. You're getting your time mixed up.
I don't see a lot of the sun, Astra.
That's okay. It's perfectly understandable. I almost made the same mistake, but at least we caught it. But either way, he's in a bit of a slump. He hasn't won since he obtained that championship, so maybe Seth Rollins actually has a pretty good chance of taking out the champion here.
Yeah, it might be.
That would be huge momentum going into Elimination Chamber if you know you've beaten the champion.
Yep, that's a huge advantage there for you and a disadvantage for the rest of your opponents. Knowing that you went into the Elimination Chamber with a pinfall victory over the champion already.
Absolutely.
I gotta play with the heads of his opponents.
It 100% does, but I can't believe we're going to get to see this match. This is going to be amazing. Very similar, of course, to that Bobby Roode match that we saw right after the Royal Rumble. Hopefully, of course, Andrade can overcome this slump, because it's not good. It doesn't look good when your champion loses, especially your main champion. I guess either way a champion would have lost.
That it would be, but you got your main champion here now of a brand new belt. His first time winning it, the first time it being seen, really. And he loses.
Let's see what he's got against Seth Rollins as both men square up. He pretty much walked over to Seth Rollins, probably giving him some words in Spanish of some form.
We also got to point out here, there is no Selena Vega. Selena Vega, sorry, I'm not even sure what happened there, but she's not ringside. She never accompanied Andrade to the ring.
Maybe he's taking this opportunity to show that he's got what it takes. He won the belt without her at ringside. He lost with her at ringside. Maybe this is his way of saying, I can do this on my own. She's just great for company.
Maybe.
As we see him go for the springboard, misses the drop kick. This action is getting underway. Both men going for a big move there. Seth Rollins connecting with the drop kick.
That is. It's been a little bit sloppy here so far. Not as clean as you would expect from these two competitors. I want to see things clean up a little bit from both Andrade and Seth here. This is a big match, has a lot of big implications here. Andrade cannot have another loss underneath his belt in a non-contest match here. And Seth Rollins, this is his opportunity.
100% is his opportunity to shine and make it, to try and win the belt for himself. Because, again, if he beats the champion, it looks great for him, leading into the Elimination Chamber, and, you know, if he can actually beat Andrade here. But that beautiful basement dropkick from Andrade and a big low kick there. It's a little bit fishy as far as I'm concerned. And a big right hand from Andrade, and Seth Rollins finally working his way out of that. Going for the spinning kick. Andrade get caught in the ropes here.
Not even sure what happened there, but we've talked about the size advantage before. You got to point out here that Seth Rollins has a fair bit of height and a fair bit of weight on Andrade.
He does indeed.
So
almost a full head.
Yeah, it is true. So we need to see Andrade do something to try and eliminate that advantage that Seth Rollins has here in order for him to try to build any more momentum going into the Elimination Chamber.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, not looking so strong as he just went for a drop kick, and Seth Rollins kind of swatted him out of the way. And now Seth Rollins taking full control. Hitting him up for the Falcon Arrow. That was a bit of a nasty landing, almost a little bit more on one side than the other. I hope Andrade is all right after that one. Rolling out of the way and hitting a beautiful head scissors takedown.
Oh, This is the first long streak of offense here that we've had for Andrade as he gets that beautiful single arm powerbomb suplex.
I believe it's called a schoolboy suplex. Plastic.
Schoolboy suplex.
He goes in for the schoolboy pin, but then changes his mind and lobs him over for the suplex.
I'll take it, but once more Seth Rollins manages to get the upper hand on Andrade and drapes him over the ropes and continues building the momentum.
Going for a big move there. It looked like a belly-to-belly suplex, but Andrade raking the face and getting out of it. Picking him up for a suplex. This could be huge as Andrade is setting up for something in the corner right now.
It may be dirty, but it is also very smart here as now Andrade has the upper hand with that beautiful cartwheel kick to the head.
Taunting a little bit. Never get too comfortable, Andrade. Remember what happened against Bobby Roode. You got very confident in that match, and it didn't quite go your way, and I'm not entirely sure what Andrade is doing here. Oh, it looks like he was trying to grab the turnbuckle pad and move it.
Trying. He already did. That turnbuckle is now gone. The referee somehow didn't even see it as Andrade tosses Seth Rollins to the outside.
Looks like he's going for something here. It's about to be a suicide dive, but he instead went through with the drop kick. Wait, Plastic, is this match false count anywhere? It seems to be.
The ref slid out and counted it, so it has to be. That's a little bit funny for our production team just to leave that aside there, not tell us. Thanks for that, guys.
Yeah, really appreciate that. We were not informed about this in the slightest, as we now see another low blow. That's the second low blow tonight.
And no DQ either. Interesting.
The referee just let it slide, so we've got a false count anywhere, no disqualification match, and no one bothered to tell us?
Yeah. Really appreciate that. That's really nice. Our commentators don't need to know, Jack.
This is what we get for not having a general manager. Well, at least he's not in the building. He's here somewhere. But
he's around. We get a beautiful kip up from Seth Rollins there, catching Andrade off guard on top of the ropes there, and quickly gains the upper hand here as he starts building momentum once more.
Beautiful sling blade from Seth Rollins as he goes crazy, swinging his arms and his legs.
That's it. Very reminiscent of his early days back in Ring of Honor and NXT, just thrashing around, paying homage to his days spent at concerts. So that's Seth Rollins is a big, weird, one of those gross metalhead boys. Not the good metal either.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He went for that schoolboy super kick. Beautiful. Busting Andrade open. This is the first time we've seen this man bleed. He's bled Sheamus in his first ever match. But he's never actually bled as he now gets hit with a curb stomp.
Oh, this is not looking good for Andrade here, but he's really close to the ropes here, so let's see if he can either kick out or but the referee is distracted by the turnbuckle. Andrade playing the long game here.
He must have known that the referee would eventually get distracted by that. Fortunately for him, it was just at the moment that Seth Rollins hit the curb stomp. That could have been the 1-2-3 for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins could have been in the Elimination Chamber.
Very well could have been. And think about that, though. As dirty as it may be, it was smart, and it worked out in Andrade's favor.
And now we see Andrade reversing Seth Rollins, and he's setting up for the hammerlock DDT. He hits it. Could this be it for Seth Rollins? It's a 2.5. And Seth Rollins is still in this match. Both men fighting as hard as they possibly can in this situation. Seth Rollins reversing, rolling out of the way of that strike. And now they're back and forth with some chops in the middle of the ring. This could go either way, Plastic, and I'm not sure as we see a beautiful inverted Russian leg sweep.
But one thing you got to think about here, Astor, is that I do not think Andrade has any more tricks left in his bag here. Now he just has to straight up beat Seth Rollins in a clean, straight match here. No more low blows, no more distraction from the referee. Just get your knees up and catch Seth Rollins when you can. Get any opportunities. You need to, you got to get something going here, Almas.
You really do, as he picks him up for a beautiful package fisherman suplex. I think that's what that would be called.
Sure.
He hooked the leg as if it was a fisherman's and then just turned it into a driver. I don't know. I don't know the moves well enough, but that's beyond the point as Andrade knocking Seth Rollins down. It looks like he's setting up for that Pele kick one more time.
For some reason, Michinoku Driver comes to mind, but I don't know if that's the move there.
That does sound awfully familiar. I'd have to check to be sure, but I think you're correct on that one. Is go for another belly-to-belly from Seth Rollins and reversed. Seth, it didn't work the first time. It sure heck ain't gonna work the second time. As we now have Andrade and another attempt at the Pele after the second one was reversed by Seth. The first one managed to connect. And so did the third.
Andrade, though, he's tired. That took a lot out of him there. This match has been going on for quite a while here now. So he needs to do something pretty quick here.
He needs to wrap this match up quickly. And it looks like he's setting up one more time for that DDT. Puts him down. Hooks the leg. Seth Rollins is on the ropes. Could this be it? And that's a count of 3. Andrade picking up the slack from losing to Bobby Roode.
There you go. Beating Seth Rollins and getting rid of any aspirations or hopes that he could have of becoming the undisputed champion. Keeping that belt secure around his waist.
For now.
For now.
But that does open a window. We've now got a 6th entrant to the Elimination Chamber that is completely up to the hands of the general manager. It's only a matter of time to see what happens with that. But another eventful Monday Night Raw here. Thank you guys so much for watching. For
Walking with Elias.
There you go. That's the one. Andrade Cien Almas, still champion, still strong, still vigilant. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on SmackDown.